though you may not drive.
Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is January 11th, 2019. Shout out to my man Jeremy Wetlow for the song request today. Ladies and gents, it's Curtis Mayfield, Diamond in the Back. Actually, this song is not by Curtis Mayfield. It's actually by William Devon. For those that might not know, I thought it was a Curtis Mayfield song as well, but William Devon, Diamond in the Back, and it's actually Be Thankful for What You Got. Yes, indeed. Definitely be thankful for what you got, because there's always going to be somebody that got more, but there's always somebody that's got less. So, yeah, how you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode. Today, I want to give you guys just a kind of a PSA, actually, a public service announcement about what's going on with, I told you about this, I think last week or two. Ethereum has a couple of forks coming up. The primary one being the Constantinople one, but there were two others that I reported on. One of them is an actual scam fork, so I just want to let you guys know what's going on with that. And actually, both Nawa and the Classic Vision ones are scam forks, it looks like. So do not participate. Hopefully you haven't yet, but do not participate in those forks. The other thing we're going to talk about today is, have you ever heard of a reverse ICO? If not, we're going to learn about it today. It caught my attention, thought this would be interesting. And they have some good insight about the difference between the dot-com crash, the dot-com boom, and this ICO boom and crash we've had. They bring up some compelling arguments, actually, that I thought were pretty solid as well. So we'll take a look at that too. But as you can see, too legit to quit. I forgot, man. I don't even promote my own merchandise, guys. But over at CryptoBlood.io, under apparel, you will find many shirts like the one I have on today. Check them out. We also got the Make Crypto Great Again hat before the new year toward the Christmas holidays. That was a really hot item. That's still available. We've got Too Legit to Quit for you Litecoin hodlers, and some Bitch What tees and hoodies for you Bitcoin fanatics. So check it out. Some other merch on here as well. So again, CryptoBlood.io. Check that out. So let's go ahead and take a look at that market cap really quickly. We are currently at $123 billion, holding that 122 line I told you guys we needed to hold. So far, so good. Let's keep those fingers crossed. Hopefully we can keep that going here. And again, we need to hold, if we can keep this line right here, 120 is the line that we need, the marker we need to keep above in regards to the market cap. So let's hopefully stay above that. You see we dropped hard, and then we slowly kind of flatline here. So I'm hoping that means good news. But as far as the Bitcoin chart and algorithm, we're still waiting for the next trade here. We definitely got a nice move or gain off of the short here at 40.16, and then we took another leg down. Those were two big legs down that equated to a 10% loss in one day. Insane. Don't know what's going on there, but we flatlined and we're kind of ticking up slowly here. So let's see if we can get an upside down Bart Simpson, like we had the Bart Simpson going on right here. I swear this is the only asset class that I've seen these types of movements, man. It just cracks me up every time. But I don't even have a trend line for me to draw here for you. So this is a little concerning. Only thing I have left is a support line, which would be this one here. So that dotted line is our support. If we break that, then down we go. Down we go, people. And I'm talking about new lows. If we break this line here, I think we're going to go for new lows in Bitcoin for the year. So 30, that means we're going back to test 3140 area if we break that line. So it's pretty critical that we don't. First article is out of Cointelegraph. 2 alleged Ethereum scam forks appropriating users' private keys. This report finds out of Cointelegraph. It says here, altcoins Ethereum Nawa and Ethereum Classic Vision are reportedly appropriating the private keys of users trying to redeem their allegedly forked coins. The suspected scam was covered in a report sent to Cointelegraph by the Guardia wallet development team on January 11. That's today. The official website on the Ethereum Now project, which doesn't contain a white paper, describes the process that users are supposed to engage in to obtain ETN. According to the website, the user should first send ETH to an address, then export the private key and redeem the cryptocurrency using the dedicated online tool. A user on Ethereum Block Explorer Etherscan has commented on the aforementioned address, asserting that the address is engaging in a scam Hardfork airdrop. After warning, don't send anything here. The tool to claim the coins appears to be a clone of a well-known online Ethereum wallet, MyEtherWallet, featuring the original logo, website title, and page under a different domain name. The Guardia Wallet team wrote that analyzing the code, they found out that the private key is not only being processed by the tool, but also being sent to a remote server. According to the Guardia report, Ethereum Now is a way for the thieves to get your private key information and gain access to your wallet. Ethereum Classic Vision's hard fork, according to the project's white paper, is happening today. The website contains links to a downloadable Windows and Linux wallet alongside a web tool. Near the claim fork button, the website states, regardless of which authorized wallet you use to hold your ETH, your free ETCV will be initially sent to the official Ethereum Classic Vision wallet. While we are currently in negotiations with a number of popular wallets, at the moment of the fork, we will not be able to send ETCV to those wallets due to certain differences in the algorithms used. The Guardia Wallet team noted that while this project looked more solid than ETN after closer examination, they reportedly found that the ETCV team also appropriated the private keys of the users. So got to be careful out here, guys. Just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I know I mentioned that this was these two were forks in addition to the official one coming up in a few days from the Ethereum Foundation or Ethereum Group. But these two, stay away. Do not claim anything. Don't send any private keys, anything to these two projects. Be safe, be cautious, and watch yourself out there, because it is definitely cryptocurrencies. You know, unlike any other financial industry, you know, there's no backup, no recourse, no FDIC, no any insurance for your money. You got to treat it like it's actual cash. So just be careful out there and help spread the word. The second article is out of Crypto Insider, and this one is interesting to me. What are reverse ICOs? It says here. You may remember the reverse IPO, the most controversial IPO of the internet boom, whereby a private company acquires a public company to bypass the lengthy public securities offering process. So what are reverse ICOs? Well, according to Investopedia, they describe it as a strategy in which is used by real-world enterprises, works exactly like the same way a standard ICO works, though it is said that the valuations are easier and more transparent. When people pour their money into a standard ICO, the track record of real-world established businesses offer a better and more trustworthy position for valuing reverse ICOs. The INS ICO, the web van of blockchain, which is like grocery delivery, came onto the ICO radar in 2017. Their slogan was directly connecting grocery manufacturers and consumers. Investors forked over $45 million in 2017, the 45th largest ICO fundraising to date. Over the course of the year, however, INS has become insular distributed business networks and has changed its business model. INS did not technically do a reverse ICO, but it did change or expand its business model. The outcome is the same. The original investors are holding tokens in a different business from the one they initially invested in. They now have an ownership stake in an enterprise grade blockchain platform. You know, this is something that this company is now defunct, is out of business. I think it's called not Digibyte, but Digipulse. Digipulse tried to do something like this where they were having everyone send their tokens back in to them, and they would essentially get an equity stake in a new company or a new entity. that ended up not even working either. They ended up just folding altogether. But it sounds like that's somewhat what a reverse ICO may be. So why? The company says it has expanded its business vision. But was the original model that raked in tens of millions of dollars from investors even viable? So then they kind of break down the idea they pretty much stole from Webvan back in the 90s. They were a grocery delivery business. It says Webvan raised $375 million in its IPO and raised even more from private investors. The Webvan and INS business model look identical, including the warehouse system to store the goods before they are delivered to customers. The trouble was that Webvan could not finance the brick and mortar and infrastructure build out. This included a contract to spend $1 billion on building out the warehouse nationwide and $1.2 billion in stock to buy home grocery. By the time Webvan filed for bankruptcy in 2001, it had burned through the $1 billion it had raised. That's crazy. So then it kind of compares of what we have today. All of you know the Amazon delivery service that's going on in 60 cities right now across the US. And so it just breaks down that whole operation. And basically they're saying Amazon did what Webvan was trying to do because their business model was better. And I agree with that. The .com crash versus cryptos. Many misguided parallels are being made to the .com crash and the crypto crash. The IPO boom went bust. In other words, the financing model failed, but some business models, however, survived intact. Amazon is one of them. While the profit margins of Pets.com, Webvan, and eToys collapsed, and therein lies the lesson here. The issue was not the financing model, but the business model. Looking back at the numbers, internet companies with strong operating performance, that's the business model, and low debt leverage, the financing model, will succeed. So more ICOs will fail, but many of these business models will prevail. And lastly, here it says, be it the tulip mania in the 16th century, internet IPOs, or blockchain ICOs, throughout the 300-year history of organized financial markets, investors have found objects of speculative excess. Too much money is being thrown at fake and non-viable ICOs, but others will own their markets one day. Very true, very true. But again, the one thing I think this article, very well written, the one thing I think this article misses though is that the new funding mechanism for going forward will be STOs. Okay. And so we talked about that the other day. STOs will be where at least you have some stake in the company, you have some equity, you have a voting right, just like an actual stock, but it's on the blockchain and it's tokenized. So it should be less upfront costs for the individuals looking to do STO. And I envision in the next 5 years or so, you're going to be able to spend your equity, your stock, just like a currency. Okay, that's coming, and that's going to be a game changer, because you'll essentially be able to, it's going to be more liquid than a stock. A stock is pretty liquid. It's very close to, like M2 or M1 is close, but it's not like an STO will literally be it'll be M1. You can spend it just like cash, but it is not cash. And that's what you guys gotta, I was trying to explain the other day. Many people, I think, conflate the fact, because this is a new asset class with Bitcoin, that you can just because you can spend it easily, it's liquid, right? Doesn't mean it's actually currency. And so that will be the same with this here STO. If at some point you'll be able to go into a store, you see a couch that you want to spend 15 grand on, well, you can take some of your Pepsi STO tokens and pay for it right then and there if you wanted to. I think this is definitely the way of the future, and I did not know anything about these reverse ICOs at all. Did you guys? Let me know in the comments below and we can have that discussion. Also, just again, stay away from those two forks on the Ethereum network going on. They are both scams. Shout out to my man Jeremy Wedlow again for the song request. Wrong artist, wrong title too. but I got the picture and I got it going for you. Thanks again. This is my 2 Satoshis for January 11th. I'm out of here, people. Holla!
But remember, brothers and